No, I've learned, but it's very hard to do. When you get it set down like that, don't poke at it because you're not really going to improve anything. Now I just want to do a dry run here. Yeah, I think that's going to fit okay. Well, I think that's too much. Take a little off of the brush. Once again, don't poke at it. I know what we could do that'd be kind of fun. We could stick on the super macro and see what does this joint look like after all of the extra thin is evaporated out of that cavity. When I view these plastic joints, it always reminds me of welding. Yeah, like when I'm down in the workshop and I weld two pieces of metal together. And if you think about it, in a sense it is. What's happening is the extra thin is dissolving plastic off of both parts and mixing it together. And then when it solidifies, well, you've got a tremendously strong joint there. In all likelihood, I guess you'd probably break the part off before you'd actually pull it out of the hole. I'm on my second cup already today. Yeah, I read my comments, and one of the viewers was asking, or at least I think he was asking, what's the weather like lately? In other words, I haven't been talking about it like I usually do. Well, most of our snow has melted again. And last night when I got up and went to the bathroom, I thought I heard rain on the roof. But looking out there right now, the streets don't look very icy. Because if we did have rain, the streets look like they got frost forming on the top of them. Glad I don't have to go anywhere. Do you know I haven't gone anywhere for about 9-10 days now. I wonder if my car would even start. Anyway, it probably would. Anyway, yeah. Let's see if we can make less mistakes. Gonna make sure I drink lots of coffee. And yeah, yesterday I just had one silly thing happen after another. Okay. I think these have to be turned around. Something like this. And this one also will have to be turned around. Or something like that. Okay, let's reposition the camera here and see how these little pegs that are on the bottom fit in these little holes that I just drilled out. Now I have not tried this yet. You're seeing it along with me for the first time. But I was thinking that in the event they don't line up, okay, that one's in. Yeah, that one's sort of in. Okay, I was thinking that in the event they didn't line up, rather than trying to twist these brackets so that they, line up, I could just cut the peg off, and as long as I had it generally in the right place. But anyway, I think we could probably just glue it down right there. Don't know if I should use extra thin or CA. Either one would work. And hey, look at our pipes. Now you can see why it is that they wanted the pipes to go in first. Now I was going to use the CA glue because it doesn't have a tendency to wick its way across the deck. However, I'm noticing here that when I have this bracket all the way down in place and this one down in place, the back one, I believe, is supposed to be flush on this deck here, and as you can see, it's kind of lifted up. Now I did a little experimenting here, and I found that yes, I can hold this down. Hope my finger's not in your way there. But then to get this one down, I have to sort of spring everything just a little bit, which means it's going to have a tendency to want to pull this one right here that I'm touching up off of the deck. and the extra thin, when it welds the plastic together, will be a lot stronger. And when I push this one down, there'll be less of a chance of the other pulling away. I know I'm exaggerating the situation here, but I think you know what I'm getting at. So I think I'm probably going to try and get these two here and welded onto the deck first, and then push this one down. And at least that's the plan. Maybe what I should do is I should put one of the boats on it and just see how badly everything is off. Got to be careful here. I'm going to end up breaking my little bell off. Let's just try one here and see how it's supposed to go. Nope, not like that. Okay, all I want to do is I want to see if the cradle part of this thing here is going to match the hull of the boat. I guess I could have done this upside down too. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Well, as long as we're playing with our boats here. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be something like that. Yeah, they're all going to fit. Okay, I've swung the camera around here. This was the one we were looking at. And you'll notice, like I was saying, when this bracket and this bracket are flush on the deck, the back one is up in the air. Now this one here is perfect, or almost perfect. You notice this bracket is on the deck, this one's on the deck, and the back one is on the deck. And at least it would be if I could poking at it. So I'm just wondering, why don't I just take this one here and warm it up with a hairdryer and give it a little bit of a twist before I start gluing things down, because then there'd be less stress on the glue joint. At least that's my thinking. On the other hand, I might end up breaking it, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And because it's probably something I can't easily show you me doing, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Well, I did try it. It is some better, but not a whole lot. Let's go ahead and do this one here. It's not a problem. I have swung this thing around 180 degrees. This is our problem one. Trying to get a bead of CA in the same direction as those brackets are going. Okay, I think that's probably going to be enough. I'm not going to worry about the back right now. Oh, better reposition here. I'll just use the flat part here to push it down. Okay, we'll let that cure. Let it cure at a bit of an angle this way. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to push this down or just leave it the way it is. We'll see what happens here. Well, it appears that our CA has cured. Otherwise, when I push down on this, this would pop up. However, I am wondering if over time, maybe this could slowly let go down in behind here where I'm touching, where you can't see. And if you can't see it, nobody's going to see it because there's going to be a motor launch sitting right on there. And I'm just thinking I should maybe just reinforce the in behind there with the CA medium. And before I adhere this one to the deck. There's a lot of area. I'm not worried about this one letting go. It's if I zoom in, I can show you. There's a lot of area to glue onto the deck, and I don't think it's going to let go. And I was looking along here, sort of eyeballed along this where the keel is supposed to go, and this one here is considerably, notably higher than this one over here. I don't know what went wrong here. Obviously, I got one, if not more, of these parts positioned wrong on the rails. But it's too late now. I have it leaning up on my coffee cup. Just sort of try and get some down there, sort of. Kind of fill in the gaps, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's going to run through to the visible side. And it definitely won't be seen from this side. Okay, that should be good. Let that cure. Okay, it's the other side of this bracket right here that we put the extra CA glue. And there's no sign at all that I did that when you're looking at it from the visible side. Now when I put the CA glue underneath this bracket that we want to hold down here, I don't want to have to hold it down with my finger for about 10 minutes. If I could rig something up and then just set something on there, right there, this might even be heavy enough. Almost. Something just a little heavier than our extra thin here. I'll find something. Okay, now how can I do this without smearing it all over the place? Oh my goodness. And I got it in my finger. I'm trying to do this with my left hand. Always an excuse, right? I guess if worst comes to worst, I can always repaint this. Okay, now, is that going to get underneath there? Let's give it one more here. Move this out of the way. I'll put this on here. I'm going to hold that down like that. Okay. Is that going to stay like that? Okay, Andy to the rescue. Approximately half an hour has passed, and I have not checked this out. You're going to be seeing it along with me for the first time. Well, looks like it held. I can see the CA glue when I look at it from this side, but I can't see it when I look at it from that side. So, I think it's going to be all right. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be all right. I sometimes get the impression that some of the viewers actually have this manual, or at least they're reading it better than I am. But it appears to me that we have done everything on step 48. I almost missed this little guy, but we got him. Right there. Okay, I think we're ready to turn the page. A minute ago I was getting everything set up and my light adjusted and everything for this shot, and I'm sort of reading step 49 here, and it says make 4, and I'm thinking, my goodness, I don't remember seeing 4 more. Then I realized it's the 4 we already made. If you remember, we did get a little bit ahead way back when I was making boats. I think I said something to the effect of, well, let's make them all at the same time, or something to that effect. Anyway, we just got to make parts. We don't need to have to do too much assembling except sticking pieces together. But you know what? I think that this might be a good place to cut today's episode off. And yesterday's was way too long. At least I thought it was. If you thought it was too long, please, in the comments below. I think I've asked this before. What's interesting to me may not be interesting to the viewers. And anyway, I'm going to cut it off for today, and tomorrow we'll continue on with the beginning of step 49. And yeah, you know what? I think we made these too. Where's that? Yeah, right there. Better be careful not to poke on them too hard. There's a little piece of photo etch there. Anyway, we made those too. Okay, thanks for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. And as Columbo used to say, just one more thing. The life rafts. We got them made too. Now we'll see you tomorrow.